we will stinge. I think all of you guys haven't bought a new suit of Kenzo or something like that. But we'll definitely give your mother, Mother's Day, a nice meal at Shuk. At even $100 a cover, it's not a problem. Asians are like this at the moment. Their per capita income cannot afford branded goods, maybe at sales time, but on food, they will bring their parents, especially its quality food. So Hutong for me is such an incredible brand. And for me, it was a brand that I have to save because Malaysian food, you're talking about franchises here in this hall. Some of you are foreign franchisees of brands that are selling hamburgers or something like that. But for me, my grandchildren must be able to eat Kam Ling Kei's Hokkien Mee, and continue to eat for a long, long time. And all this great food that we have in Hutong. But if I didn't do Hutong, I can tell you, you would have regretted. Because this is the last generation that we would eat this food. We will all be eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and McDonald's or drink coffee at Starbucks. Now you can still eat your kopi, thick kopi and all that thing with all the nice biscuits. All these are preserved because I feel Malaysia has something, right? And the way I studied the franchise that we have is unbelievable. Because of immigrants, we didn't have many sauces. We invented the hak si yao, the black sauce. Do you realize all our Kwan Lo means and all the Songke, all the means are with black sauce? And Chao Hokkien means black sauce. In China, they have no black sauce. So you cannot eat the taste of Kam Ling Kei's Hokkien Mee in China. The whole of China cannot produce a bottle of black sauce. Because this is an immigrant's incredible invention. So that's why, pray for me. In December, we are going to take all these Kam Ling Kei's, all these 5 Ks, Song K, Long K, all that are coming with me, and hope that we do well. And the way I studied it, I know the only problem they will have is their hand. Because the Chao Kway Teow guy, the Penang Chao Kway Teow, he's going to break his hand, I tell you. The amount of demand in Kong Zhao for the food, right? And on top of that, we can sell the same food in Kong Zhao for 3 times the price. So that's amazing. That's our research. So let's experiment in Kong Zhao. If we can do that, then we can, of course, do it in Shanghai. And of course, I have malls in Chengdu. I'm going to buy many malls in the Asia footprint. We have malls everywhere now. In Australia, we are buying hotels everywhere. So we are going to put a lot of this food element into our malls as well. So this is something that I feel as a retailer, I'm studying this. And it's not as easy as you think as retailers, as you know. Those who are successful in the Hutong franchise, for example, Hutong, these owners, they've got bad habits, right? They wake up very early in the morning, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, to do all their secret stocks. And then lunch, they close because they work so hard. But in a shopping center, you want them to work 10 to 10, right? So it's a discipline that they must have to be able to expand this, not the bad habit of a boss. I drive Mercedes-Benz already, why should I work past my lunchtime? After lunch, they close. So this is what we have done, together with a new generation of people. We have been able to convince these guys, retailers of food, to expand and think ahead. And China, pray for us and for yourselves too, because if we succeed, then Malaysian food of this quality will be a very powerful story. And this is why Choi Lam is my partner. It's a simple story why Choi Lam, right? Because Choi Lam Center, he's such a food critic. So if you want to go anywhere in the whole of China, go and look for Choi Lam Center, right? And in there will be a Hutong, correct? Of good food. So it's a very simple marketing thing. And Choi Lam was like me, very fearful that this was the last generation we were going to eat comfort food. So for 10 over ringgit today, please continue to support my Hutong. And I also noticed something fascinating when the president was talking just now, his website. I saw the live photo of me walking with him here. I'm sure this could not have happened without the Yes Network. Give Yes a... This is very important. Retailers is good. As I show you, what we've done is to create extraordinary retail experience through architecture, through individual design of restaurants, like Hutong Comfort Food. Also, you design with a Japanese designer. You have to give people a retail experience. If you're going to pull people out from their house, come to the traffic jam in the city, you have to create something. So as a retailer, you must know this. Not easy anymore, because the online business is competing against us. So if you think you can own a shopping mall and give simple, everybody come to you, you better think again. Because if people are going to take a car and drive to you in a traffic jam area like Bintang Walk, you better have something extraordinary to give people a proposition. And as retailers, you know that. Either from the shop or the services that you give or the architecture, you must attract people. Right? It's not easy to pull people out from the comfort zones in where they stay to come to the city in a jam, which is a bit more expensive, and eat in your place. But we are still growing. We are still growing in our Fish Village, we are still growing in Hutong, because there will always be people. As long as you don't give up in the retail and the experience, in the physical way. And that's why this brand management of the discipline, of the quality and consistency is so tough. And some of you understand this as franchisees' secret recipes to keep the quality and the service. The owner's passion have been translated down to the last man. There's no running out. It's a reverse pyramid. Retail business is the reverse pyramid. That means the staff, you are depending on the staff to tell your retail story. We can't be there. Francis, you can't be there to tell how good my restaurant is or how great this, or neither can you, the secret recipe boss. You trust your staff to tell the secret recipe story. So it's a reverse pyramid. Just like the hotels. It's a reverse pyramid story where your franchise, no matter what you stand for, is as good as the last man that tells your story. So does he know, have you trained him to tell your story well enough? So this is something I want to remind you. Robert Koch taught me something when I was young. I want to do hotels. I said, Mr. Robert Koch, I admire so much for Shangri-La. Teach me. You know, I really love hotel. I really love service. I have a passion from young to serve people. I love the humility of service. I think I can be a good hotelier, etc. Give me some lessons, Uncle Robert Koch. So Robert Koch told me something, you know. A lot of people like to do hotel business or retail business for the ego, you know. Big ego. It is not because they do it out of passion to serve. But I see you are quite serious about your passion, so I teach you a trick and I teach you a lesson you must not forget. So he said, a lot of hoteliers, a lot of owners of hotels like to use that as a calling card. I own this higher hotel, I own this hotel, I own that hotel. They like to talk that as their calling card, especially, say, Chinese entrepreneurs, like a big car and big egos. And big hotels, many rooms, you know, big restaurants, whether make money or not, never mind, must be first class, you know. And he say, because this business is a reverse pyramid, where you depend on the staff so much, you better understand you must be very humble. You have to be able to translate your passion to the last person. If you're a shop, even in your small KK shop, even that person at the cashier have to smile within 50 meters or whatever. You know, you have to train that guy to be a member of your passion. It's a reverse pyramid. There's no running away. And he said, the first thing do not do, as all hoteliers tend to do, is to show off and have a private penthouse, entertain a lot of women, show off, big shot, you know, with my swimming pool, big parties, big drinks, show off, this is my hotel. Everybody serving you, all the butlers serving you, all that carrying you, you know, wow, this is the great Francis Yeoh, the great this, big rich guy who owns this hotel, best food. He said, when you do this to your staff, I can assure you the staff will pee in the swimming pool. Your private swimming pool. So he said, you better watch it when you swim in your private swimming pool. The staff will be so angry when you do this to them. So this is a lesson from Robert Koch about the reverse pyramid of a retail business or a hotel business. You actually have to be so humble to serve people and really want to serve it. So for those who don't like to do this, you're in the wrong room today. For those who love it, I assume you're like me. We love this type of story. We love this challenge to serve